This is my garden after I finished putting mulch on it. I had the mulch put in a couple of days ago, or really about 3 or 4 days ago. And so I'm moving away from having all grass like I did yesterday, which I did last year, which was hard to weed. This should be a whole lot easier to take care of. I'm also placing some raised garden beds in here that I purchased from Amazon. I'll talk about those later on. However, suffice it to say that they are easy to put together. It only took about maybe 15 minutes to put all 6 of them together. The mulch I got free from a tree company here in the Baton Rouge area. And there's a site online that will allow you to partner with tree companies in your area, and they will give you tree mulch when they finish cutting trees. I think it saves them money because they don't have to pay to dispose of the mulch. They can just place it in your yard for you. And I did that about 4 or 5 months ago, and this is the mulch that I got. Now, there isn't anything planted in a garden yet except for things, I guess, that are straggly, or that may be something I just purchased. There is I think it's a red mustard I bought yesterday, so I'm gonna see how it grows here. In here I have some mustard greens, which are just now starting to really develop. Right there is a tree collard. I'm gonna see how it comes out. I also have some broccoli and cauliflower in here. Here are some lettuce from this past summer that's starting to look pretty good, and I plan to eat it pretty soon. I planted some onion slips a couple of days ago, and those are the onion slips right there. Some Swiss chard I had left over from this summer that's starting to finally grow a little bit. In addition, I have a blueberry tree, this one is starting to bloom, and I purchased this one this past weekend, and it's really in full bloom. So I'm gonna fertilize this one to see if it does any better. I've watered them both recently, and it rained night before last, so there should be enough water for them. That little small fella right there is a Nanking cherry tree, which produces very small cherries. I planted it last week, so I'm waiting to see how it comes out. The person at LSU asked, and I doubted that it would grow any cherries because of the warm weather down here. I don't know. My daughter said a neighbor of hers has a cherry tree that came out pretty good and bore fruit, so hopefully this one will too. But it'll be a number of years, I'm sure, before we know for sure. Here is my Myra lemon tree. I've tried watering it. Guess I'm going to add some fertilizer because it doesn't look very good either. So if anybody has any hints on what I can do to help it, I'll be glad to accept those hints. Here is another Nanking cherry tree, and I'm waiting for it to grow also, and yet a third Nanking cherry tree. And here is my Lisbon lemon tree, which is looking pretty good. So, and this is a close-up of the raised garden bed. I'm in the process of putting some the fabric under at least one of them today and filling it with dirt and cow manure. And then I'm going to plant some lettuce in it, and I will show you the finished product later on when I finish. Not in this video, but in a later video when I'll also talk about the raised garden beds. And see, what else do I have in here to show you? My onions from last year, still doing good. They made it through the winter. My chives made it through the winter, and the parsley made it through the winter also. Now inside I've done 4 containers. 1, 2, 3, and a 4th one. And all 2 of those contain a wildflower mix, and the other 2 contain a marigold mix. And so hopefully they'll start to sprout pretty soon. So when I plant everything else out, then I have the pollinators here. So, but that's basically all that I have to talk about today. So I will post this online, and then as soon as I get a raised garden bed done, I'll show you and tell you exactly what's in it. Thank you.